Hi folks, welcome to Fishing Western Australia. This week Steve and I are in the Mitchell River catching the mighty elusive Barramundi.
And we've got some other great action. Let's have a look at what else is coming up.
Coming up today, we've got tons of action for you, including a trip into the Thousand Islands off Derby where the fish are unstoppable. First, let's go deep into the Kimberley and catch some barramundi. Deep in the Kimberley, the fishing revolves around the massive tides where you only have a couple of hours each day when the fish will start to bite. At the lowest point, the water soon starts to run back in quickly and barramundi run back upstream with it. A rocky bay near the arm of the river is the place to start because during the run-in tide, dozens of barra are going to stop here for a rest.
This week, I brought Steve to the Mitchell River, and last time we fished this, I was fishing with Kylie Bartle from the Great Escape Charter Company. Now she taught me a thing or two, so hopefully today I can get a saltwater barra. I've had plenty of fresh water, but not a nice big salty, so that would make my day, and hopefully we'll get Steve on too, because that would make his day as well.
Because the water was so muddy, we chose red and white bibbed lures that have a tight swimming action. You also want a good rattle that the fish can home in on, and that helped Marshy nail a barra right away.
You're on straight away on that rock.
What's two? There he is.
Hey, that's a great fish.
Yeah, he's not bad. Oh, he's not happy.
He's pretty well hooked, mate. I think you're right.
Yeah. Do you want to get the net?
Yep.
Before he starts playing his face up. Okay. That's all right. He's trying to get in the boat.
Pretty good size.
Yeah, mate. I'll bring him up to you.
Okay, here we go. This one's
Oh, jumped in the net for me. There you go.
lovely. Just grab those hooks out for you. That one's free.
They're barbless, Steve, so we should be pretty right, mate.
All right, mate. Just let it go. Just grab him out while I keep the hooks out of your.
Grab him in the mouth now. As soon as he's going to grab him in the mouth, he's going to kick. Now, how about that?
Hey, beauty.
A Kimberley saltwater barra in the Mitchell River.
Now that one's about probably 60 centimetres, so right on the border of male or female.
Yeah.
Because they're all born actually as males, and when they get to a certain size, they change to females. So best of both worlds.
Well, Steve, this is my first one today, and my first one in the Kimberley, apart from Broome, and I am absolutely wrapped. Have a look at that. Here we go, bit of life. Beautiful. Thanks, darling. There she goes. Barra in the Kimberley, the Mitchell River.
The tide kept rolling in and some larger specimens started cruising past.
On.
Go, Marshy!
No, I'm on this.
Oh, mate, that is about the best conditioned tree I've seen for some time. What sort of river is this? There's trees floating past.
That's a good tree.
The more water that fills the banks, the more fish you'll start to catch, and a solid barramundi grabbed my Laser Pro lure.
This is great. He's going over the other side. Not a bad fish either.
Lovely.
He's doing laps.
Big fish too. It's bigger than the last one.
Oh yeah. All right, we're going to make the
Here he comes.
step.
Bring his head up.
With the current flying now, the barra kept running back at the sharp rocks.
No, he's going to go. Quite a lot of stamina, this one.
If you give them any line at all, it could be all over.
This is the best bite I've had from a barra. This one's very strong. I'll try and get him up for you this time, yeah?
No worries.
Here he comes. Oh, no he doesn't. Woo. Here we go now. He's not huge, just spirited. Oh, nice catch in the slips. And he dehooked himself. Get rid of that lure. What a barra. He's not huge, but it was about the toughest fight I've ever had from one of these fish. Now, if you have a look at the tail, you can see it's half yellow and it's half black. Now that's because he's been spending a lot of time in the brackish fresh water, but he's just come into the salt and his tail's starting to go that beautiful yellow colour. And inside his mouth, look how orange it is. Isn't that wonderful?
He's been eating oranges.
Sucking on icy poles. Okay, we're going to pop him back, swim him, or her. You can never really tell when they're this size. I'm having a great time here in the Mitchell. All right, here we go. Ah, wonderful fish, wonderful fish. Support the weight underneath like that. Very hardy, and he's gone already.
Sometimes you need to cast 50 times in a spot before a barra hits, but sometimes you just can't miss.
On. Do you want to grab that net for us, Steve?
Got it, mate.
Whoa, here he comes.
That's a beautiful fish, mate. Strong.
Yeah, excellent. Just seen the engine, doesn't like that.
He's right, he's out.
See out from the engine?
Yep, he's right. Oh, that's another beauty.
Well, Steve, I certainly picked all the tips from Kylie up. She certainly taught me a thing or two.
Yeah, last time you were here, you were talking to Kylie from the Great Escape Charter.
That's right.
And she gave you all the tips on how to work this Mitchell River.
Yep.
And we're using them to great effect today. Oh, isn't that great?
There you go. Go on. Okay.
Oh, I didn't have his head.
Go.
That's a beautiful fish. Silver.
Let's get your pliers. Barbless hooks. Shouldn't hurt her too much, or him.
Aren't they well conditioned?
Yes, aren't they just?
Now, it's a bit of a pain to get them out of the net when they're all tangled like that. And if we didn't have quite so many hooks, we probably would just be able to lift them out of the water. But we use the net to keep the hooks away from our hands because it can be very dangerous when they flip around. You've got him out, mate?
I think so.
Okay, let me...
I'll just,
Yeah, you'll be right.
Okay. Now grab him in the mouth. He's going to kick. As soon as you grab him in the mouth, they kick. And then support the back. Oh.
Nice work, mate.
How's that? Have a nice drink. Just support that weight. That's all you got to do. Oh, there you go. Barramundi. This is fantastic.
Everyone knows when the best fishing time is over, so he left the sun setting over the Mitchell and headed back to camp to swap barra stories over a few drinks. Marshy took the honours today, but I didn't care. Just being able to spend time at a place like this is enough, whether you catch a fish or not. The Buccaneer Archipelago north of Derby gets my vote as the most beautiful place I've ever seen. Nicknamed the Thousand Islands Archipelago, it's not hard to see why as you travel through a maze of different scenery. The tides here can be over 11 metres, which makes for some weird spectacles as it rushes past a myriad of different islands. All are equally beautiful, but you could get lost in here without a great guide. Ross Craik owns Thousand Island Charters, which has been taking keen anglers like myself into God's own country for quite a few years.
Mate, this is one heck of a place you've brought us to. Where is this?
This is in Cascade Bay, mate, and we got a lovely little tide race coming on this side and on the other side, and a nice rock ledge running between both of them.
Wow, there's whirlpools all the way along here where the current's flowing out the side of the island. And I understand the giant trevally absolutely love it here.
Well, this is where we should get on.
Okay, I'm really ready to get on a big GT because they're one of my favourite fish. If I hook one, you're really going to see why I love them so much. So let's get stuck into them, mate.
Let's hook one up.
I loaded up with the heaviest gear I had and started casting a metal slice at the islands. If you let them sink into the current and jig them back, you can almost put money on a big giant trevally hitting it hard.
Mate, this is all raw power. There's nothing to do with finesse about this. These things are so strong, no matter how big they are. Now the skipper, very smart person, he's now playing the fish away from the rocks, and this doesn't feel like it's probably any bigger than maybe 7 or 8 kilos, but Man, it hit like a steam train. It's not done yet. I've got the come here gear because we want it to come here. And I can hardly stop it. Jeez. Come here. Ah! In this area, which is called the Buccaneer Archipelago, not only is it one of the most beautiful places on earth, it's also the place where they got the world record giant trevally. This ain't a world record, but gee, I'd hate to see one that was. I've had this rod made specifically for giant trevally. It's a 10 to 24 kilo composite fiberglass and graphite. Very, very strong for non-stretch lines like the braid that I'm using here. It's the only way you're going to have any chance in these currents against these awesome fish. Now, what's making it even harder is that the current flows through here at about 6 or 7 knots, sometimes more, which
Colour there.
you got colour.
Big GT.
Here we go. Now he's probably going to go for one more big surge. And here he goes. See, it's not even that big. Now, John, you're going to lift that one for me. We're still a way off the leader. Here we go, we got the leader. Now that is one heck of a giant trevally, folks. Jono, what
There
a
you go,
fish,
mate.
eh?
There's your fish.
Look at that, giant trevally, all right. Now that's, as I said, that's not even a big one. That's only about 10 kilos, and they grow to 40 kilos, folks. Now, what I've been using are these laser metal slicers, a big 70 grammer because of the current. And look at all of those nicks taken out of the lure. That's from one fish. That's him trying to put me under the rocks. He's an awesome fella, and we're certainly not going to keep him. We're going to revive him now and put him back in. And I can't believe he grows 4 times this big. I certainly don't want to catch him when he gets that big. Well done, mate. Thanks a lot.
Good on you, Steve.
All right, mate, you're going to put him back for me. Now, the reason Jono's going to put this one back is because of the scoots along their tails. He's got a glove on, and that's because these are razor sharp. They'll actually cut your hand quite badly. Just pop him in that current. That'll be enough because it's running at about 6 knots. Just keep his head nice and pointed towards the way the current's coming. You don't want to drag him. There he goes. Look at that. Strong as an ox, those things. He's going to have a bit of a swim on the surface just to find out where he is. Get that nice oxygen-rich water into his gills. What a magnificent fish.
Don't go away, because next we have liftoff.
Tail first. Oh!
One GT of the size of the last fish was about enough for me, so we headed closer to the mainland in search of queenfish. Trolling white jigs was all it took to get a spectacular Kimberley dollar jumping all over the place.
Stop the prop! Stop the prop! Woo! Woo!
Somebody on.
There's a straight line here.
It's coming out. It's coming out.
Quickly!
I had one on. He spat it.
Oh, really?
I cleaned someone up with it, but he spat it.
Right, we're clear. Let's go. This is a great queenfish.
Queenies go hard on the bottom for a while, but unlike trevally, they soon get bored and come to the surface for a look at you. That doesn't mean the fight's over though. They've got plenty left.
Starting to tire, I can feel it. He's rammed me around the prop, he's rammed me around the bow. He's jumped, he's done everything. Oh, he's still got a bit left in him though. It's all right, we got the. Oh, what a ripper! Oh, he's going to do it again, I think. Here we go. Oh. Now, I'll probably get him this time if I just keep him out of the prop. And I'll lift him up. You ready? tail first. Oh! Actually, I might land this one. I think. Probably is. No, I'll be fine. Here he goes. Oh! He's a strong queenfish. He's going to go again. And now he's going to come to me. Watch this. This is how you do it with queenies. By the tail. Right, oh, no. Come back. Come back. Good Steve. Come to Steve. Here we go. Gotcha. What a queenfish. She's pretty strong even now. This is what we came here for, big fish action. So we'll put this queenfish back and we'll get on with the rest of the action. I know it's going to be a great day. He's off.
Once we found the school, it was action aplenty around almost every corner.
Queenie had to put the brakes on that thing big time as it went for the rocks. Nothing with this fish at the moment, no friends swimming with it. So I'm going to bring it up to the back of the boat, see how he looks.
There's his gum.
There it goes.
Like a surfboard.
It's what? No, it's a queenie, yeah.
Queenie.
Look at that silver. The Kimberley dollar, eh? Oh, there you go. This one's for you. Come on. I'll let you. Oh, look at the mouth on it. Let's get out of the running gear, lift it up, and we're ready. Tail coming your way. There you go, Jono.
Beautiful queenie.
They're not small up here, are they? No, what do they call it? The 1,000 Islands? I don't know where we are. We've passed about, I think, the first 500 already. It's that frantic sort of distressed activity that other fish, especially queenfish, love. And so, in theory, there's a whole lot of them inquisitively hanging around underneath this fish. What are you doing with him? I said take your time, and this is taking too long now. That's a beauty, mate. Well done, Roscoe. Wow, well done, John. That's a great queenie you've taken in there, these beautiful rocks. And Roscoe, I have to say, you run one heck of a charter operation here, mate. I can't wait to come back.
Yeah, well, neither can I.
You're so lucky you do this every day.
Yeah, well, God's country, mate.
Certainly is.
One day with Ross Craik on board 1,000 Island charters just isn't enough. I wanted to explore every island in this amazing place, but it would take you the best part of a year. I think I'll pencil in the whole of 2003.
But when they bite something, they just get embarrassed, see that, and then they just let go.
On our next show, we've got a real Kimberley special with amazing scenery, special places and some extra special fishing.
Hello, Ned.
Hello, Spaniard.
Oh, he's just hanging out the side.
Well, unfortunately, we've run out of time on this week's episode of Fishing Western Australia. Next week, we've got some more great fishing action for you, so we'll catch you then.